Well, hello everyone, and welcome back to Phoenix Wright Justice for All. Previously, we had some pretty interesting conversations with Lada, Adrian, Franziska, and Gumshoe, and, well, we took a good look at the crime scene and pieced some things together, cracked one set of Cyclops. For now, though, we're going to keep looking for clues before we tackle the other two Cyclops sets that are barring our progress. So, yes, let's depart from the presence of willpowers and move on to the lobby front. You know what, I think we could do with asking Oldbag about some people. And the evidence we found. First off, have you seen Lada's camera yet? Nope. How about I tell you my measurements? Oh, no, that's okay, really. Okay, how about the wine glass? Nope. The crime photo? No. Okay, let's try asking her about herself. Let's see if that will get her to say anything. Oh, no, I think she's just clamming up, really. Okay. Well, not even about Juan? No, wow, yeah, she is not saying a single thing to us. Okay. Well, that's settled. So, yeah, so let's move to the Criminal Affairs Department. Some things never change. It doesn't look like Mr. Scruffy Detective is here. Great, now even Pearls is calling him Scruffy. Thanks, Franziska. They said something about an investigation briefing earlier, right? Why don't we come back and try again later when they're done? Okay. I guess that's all we can do, right, Mr. Nick? Sure. How's a blue badger holding up? Aw, that's kind of cute. Mr. Nick, what is this stuffed animal's name? That's the blue badger. It was my idea. I made it. It's this precinct's mascot, you know. Oh, wow. I'll get him assigned a mascot of every police station if it's the last thing I do. I hope you succeed in your mission, sir. Right. This must be the chief of detectives here. He's glued to his computer screen. What? The Hero of Heroes awards ceremony. The grand prize got away from the Jamma Ninja again. Shouldn't you be reading something more important? Nope, that is extremely important. Alright, detention center. Ah, the lawyer dude. So, what did you find out? Well, I'm still in the middle of investigating. I see. But I've already told you everything I know, dude. Or have you? Let's chat with him again. Can you tell me about your activities last night? After I got the award, I took a break and went back to my room. I had that post-ceremony stage show to do, so I was in my nickel samurai costume. And you were alone the entire time. Okay, if he was in his costume, he's wearing nothing but gloves. Which raises the question of how his fingerprints got on that knife. My manager was running around being busy, so yeah. Because of the press conference you were supposed to hold after the show. I told you, dude, I have no idea about any press conference, alright? Hold up! What is... Am I just being dumb here? he contradicting himself so easily? That's strange. I thought the Nickel Samurai was going to confess something. Anyway, when I was leaving my room, that's when I noticed it was kind of noisy. Mr. Korda was already dead at that time. Yeah, that's when I gathered anyway from my manager. I'm beginning to gather that this guy can't do a thing on his own. And that's when the detective in green coat showed up. He searched me, and then out of the blue the dude arrested me. I am starting to feel like we've already read all this before, but there wasn't a check mark near the dialogue, so whatever. About you and the victim, Mr. Juan Korda. What sort of... That's got nothing to do with anything, dude. Man, with that face of his, you can't even tell he's the same... Yeah, we definitely read this. Okay, interesting. Okay, let's present him with our new stuff. Dude, I know I like to throw money around, but it's not like I buy anything and everything. That's nice, because it's not up for sale anyway. Let's ask him about these people. What do you know about Will Powers? I've seen him somewhere before. Is he a member of my fan club? That's Mr. Powers. Isn't he supposed to be kind of like a mentor to you? Powers. Oh yeah, he's the guy on that kid's exercise program. I gave him an autograph just the other day. Doesn't see Mr. Powers as a mentor at all. Do you know Lada? Dude, this person looks like a member of my fan club. Hold on a sec, I'm gonna ask the fan club president, okay? Dude, you know what? Forget I asked. What do you know about Juan? Look, dude, I didn't kill him. I mean, the Nickel Samurai kicked the Jammin Ninja's butt, right? So it's not like I felt threatened by the likes of him. Being rivals sounds like a sad way to relate to another person. Tell me about yourself, Mr. On Guard. Yeah, I'm such a handsome devil. I think that's the most favorite sentence I've read in a long time from this game. I mean, in the act of reading it out loud. Yeah. And I'm way good at sports. Karate, tennis, judo, soccer, football, hockey, fencing. Dude, it's no wonder I'm so popular. Yeah. Also good at sitting in a jail cell, Mr. Popular. Old bag. Nope, nothing about her. Your manager. That's my manager. Did you meet her? Yeah. What do you think? Strong woman, right? And she takes good care of me. You're such a mama's boy. No, nothing about Franziska. Alright, let's start asking him about evidence then. The press conference ticket, perhaps? Dude, like I told you, I don't know anything about the press conference. I'll leave that kind of stuff to my manager. It was harder than pulling bass from a river. No, I had it right, bass. Have you heard anything about Lada's missing camera? Dude, I know I like to throw money around, but it's not like I buy anything and everything, yes. Wine glass. Guitar case? Nope. Crime photo. Autograph? Magazine clipping. What do you think about this article? If you're talking about her thing with Juan, I always thought she was a bit careless in the way she handled it. And that's it. That's it. Interesting. Okay, so nothing new with On Guard then. Alright, I guess we need to take a crack at Old Bag then. Yeah. I guess I should... Why didn't I think of this? Let's show her the autograph. Oh, no. Alright, I guess it has to be through the Magatama.
Take that!
Alright, here we go. Now, I just have a hunch that this is what we need to do first before cracking Adrian's Cyclox. So, if I detect that we don't have all the keys here, I'll try her next. Alright, I'll be honest with you for now. Then, please, tell us what you saw. But, aw, what a waste. And here I have a perfectly good chance to have a little fun at you Yunan's expense. I am a little devil after all. Doesn't that imply you aren't a good person? Alright, I'll give you what you want. What? Autograph?
Take that!
Oh, okay. That's Juan's autograph. Yes, it is.
And it even says to my dearest Wendy on it. That's me, right? Right? My name is Wendy Oldbag, so that Wendy has to be me, right?
Well, it may say Wendy, but somehow I don't think Juan had this Wendy in mind when he signed it.
Oh, please give it to me. Let me have it, please.
I can't let you have it just like that.
Yes, I know. And how about an exchange?
Oh! Well played, Phoenix Wright. Well played. Okay. Wow, she must really want this autograph.
My offer isn't good enough for you? Fine, Mr. Wright, you win. Wendy Oldbag, ready to open up her heart, all for my dearest Juan.
Well played. God. And here I was, scared of nothing. Autograph given to Wendy Dearest. Oh boy. What did you witness, ma'am?
I feel bad for you now.
Huh?
I tell you, I saw him that night. I saw him coming out of Juan's room.
Okay. Just to be clear, I'm gonna stop you right here, Oldbag. Did you see Matt on guard? Or did you see the Nickel Samurai? Don't make the same mistake twice, please. You're kidding.
Oh no! It was about 10 minutes before Juan's body was discovered. It was just a coincidence. I was on my way to the toilet minding my own business.
And did you tell that to the police?
Well, of course. I thought I could get a gift certificate or two out of it, maybe more. Gift certificate? I've been recruited again for that part of the trial. You know, the trial tomorrow. This time you're gonna get it. I'm gonna work hard to get your client pronounced guilty. But Mr. OnGuard hasn't done anything bad. I don't care about details like that. I know he did, my dear, pour one in. I just do. That yellow-bellied chicken. A yellow-bellied chicken? I wonder what that would look like. I trust my senses. I know when someone did something bad and I say he did it.
What did Mr. Ongard ever do to her to deserve this? What did Mr. Ongard do to you to make you so...
You don't know? That guy, he framed my wand. He created that scandal that plagued poor Juan.
Whoa! Matt orchestrated the scandal between Adrian and Juan? That guy who is so reliant on Adrian for everything?
What? Mr. Nick.
What is it?
What's a scandal?
Oh, I'll tell you about that after we get home, okay?
Poor Juan, led astray by the wiles of that vile temptress. Mr. Nick, what do vials and wild temptress mean?
Oh boy.
Ah!
How about we just listen to what Miss Oldbeg has to say for now, okay, Pearls? So, Miss Oldbeg, who is this woman you're talking about?
Adrian Andrews, of course. Who else? That guy who shoved the girl into Juan on purpose.
His own manager? But why?
I thought lawyers were smart. It was just to create a scandal to make Juan lose face. That girl drove Juan into a scandal that dragged his reputation through the mud.
Sounds like a pretty standard definition of a scandal to me. Why do you know about that anyway, Miss Oldbag?
I'm one of Juan's biggest fans. I'm always out there gathering information. There's nothing I don't know.
And do you have proof that Mr. Ongard did what you say he did?
Next week's issue of a certain magazine says so.
Of course, a tabloid.
Next week? Doesn't that mean it's something people don't know about yet?
How would Miss Oldbeg have information like that? And where did she get it? She has Lotta's camera and has seen the photo that she took with it. That Lotta took with it.
Hee hee hee.
Alright. For good measure, let's ask you once more about that camera. Oh, okay. Well, let's see if there's anything updated with Gumshoe and Matt before pressing Adrian. Here we go. There we go. Okay. Detective Gumshoe said they had an investigation briefing.
Yeah. Oh, he's back.
Hey, so you came, pal. Why the blunt greeting? Because there was nothing to be friendly or happy about.
What do you mean by that?
Well, things look perfect this time around. The evidence and testimony are airtight. But,
can't just roll over and die. We have to stay positive.
Yeah. Alright. Airtight evidence.
So, what do you mean the evidence is airtight?
I can't give you all the details, pal, but there's two big pieces.
The two?
And both of them are in this photo.
Oh, I wonder what I meant by button. I was picturing like the little tiny ones on shirts. But no, that's a big freaking massive disc. More like, rather than a button, but I see it on his
on his right breast, just below where the knife is. There's a missing button. Huh. The first is the button that's missing from the victim's chest. That's the button that you found during your body search of Mr. On Guard. Yep, I found it in the folds of the Nickel Samurai special pants. And the second one is? The knife in his chest, pal. The fingerprints on the knife in his chest, to be exact.
Fingerprints? Whose are they?
You didn't even have to ask, little missy. It's obvious. They're Matt On Guard's. Tomorrow's trial. Talk about being stuck between a rock and a hard place. So, what about this airtight testimony? It's that old security lady, Miss Oldbag. I thought so. What do you mean, you thought so? Did she tell you something, pal?
Well...
And I even told her not to open that mouth of hers and blab to anyone. Her blab knob is stuck on 10, and there's no turning it down, trust me. Yeah, well, Miss Oldbag saw it all, pal. She saw Mr. On Guard come out of the victim's room around the estimated time of death.
No way!
Okay. Gumshoe, have you seen Lotta's camera? Oh, okay. Know anything about the gossip? We're pretty interested in this bit of gossip ourselves. The scandal with Mr. Corda? But why? Well, 2 years ago, a woman committed suicide. Whoa! What did I just see? That flashed way too fast for me to make out details.
What? Suicide?
Her name was Celeste Impax. That is a weird name. Hello, what? And she was Juan Corda's manager. Oh. The victim's manager. But that's not all, pal. Miss Impax was Miss Adrian Andrews' mentor. She taught Miss Andrews everything she knew about the business from square one.
Her mentor?
A woman who was both Mr. Corda's manager and Miss Andrews' mentor.
Could her suicide have something to do with this case?
Do you want to know more about her, pal? Yes! Hello, okay. She was the victim's manager, and was also Miss Adrian Andrews' mentor. It's been 2 years since her suicide, and now those two are linked again by another death. Or maybe it's just a coincidence, but wah!
I'm getting sick of dealing with one foolish idiot after another.
Miss Von Karma.
You can't seem to stop allying yourself with the enemy, can you? I don't need a traitor in my midst.
You don't mean...
I do, Scruffy. You have 30 minutes to get out of here. You are no longer needed. Goodbye. That's...
Wait, please wait, sir. If I don't get this month's pay, I'll stop...
Quiet! If it weren't for traitors like you...
I would have won, is that what you want to say? Who said that?
Oh!
hype! Wow, okay. Okay, thinking caps on. If Edgeworth is showing himself right here and now, maybe he has less to do with this case than I would have thought. Interesting. Oh boy. Edgeworth. It's been a long time, right?
This person, this is Mr. Edgeworth?
What am I going to do with you? Still blaming others when things go wrong? You haven't changed a bit, Francisca.
You. How dare you show your face to me without a shred of shame upon it? You've soiled the Von Karma name, dragged it through the mud.
I thought you didn't care about that.
You even ran away with your tail between your legs like the ill-bred dog you are.
Wow, wasn't she being all pious about Edgeworth to Phoenix earlier? Are you talking about the Von Karma family creed? To be perfect in every way? Then let's hear it, Francisca. How are things going? I hear you're having a rough time maintaining perfection in this country.
You!
You seem to be getting crushed under the weight of it all. That's why I came back.
Keep your assumptions to yourself. I haven't given in yet. I won't lose. This case is mine. I'll never hand it over to you. Never. Mr. Phoenix Wright, I will see you tomorrow in court. It will be a clinical lesson on the meaning of total victory.
Still the same wild mare she always was. I like to imagine that Phoenix has just been standing here with his mouth agape all this whole time. Oh, lordy! Hello, okay. I did not expect this! Oh boy. Okay, there's a possibility talking about all this will move things along and Edgeworth will leave, so let's talk about people and clues first. First off, hello, sir, Maya's been kidnapped. We are looking into leads, but we can only look into a few key players with our limited resources. There's no reason for us to waste our energy investigating this person. Wow, that is cruel. Why don't you just tell it to me straight and say I don't have any info? Juan? There is an interesting rumor about this man. You mean the one about Miss Andrews getting close to him? But that's pretty common tabloid fare, isn't it? I don't take things at face value when there's more to be found. While I was abroad, these deplorable types of actors became popular, I take it. Well, refreshing like a spring breeze is his motto. Refreshing? And what is so refreshing about a spring breeze? A whole lot, man. Sounds like the pollen is not treating him well this year. That's about powers. How about Gumshoe? Nope. Old Bag, perhaps? Nope. Adrian? Adrian Andrews. She holds a large secret within herself. A secret? You can't help but feel that this whole case revolves around her. Nothing about Francisca. How about Celeste? This woman is another key to solving this case. Do you really think so? She was Adrian Andrews' mentor a long time ago. But she was suddenly called away by a different show and became Juan Corrida's manager. And then, a few months later, Celeste Impax died. But her death was ruled a suicide, right? Yes. But there is still one riddle we've yet to solve. We've yet to solve? That's another typo. A riddle? Her suicide note. It went missing. No one could find it. A suicide note that just vanished, huh?
Edgeworth, tell me about yourself.
Oh, nope, okay. Present... evidence. My attorney's badge. Feast your eyes. I have no interest in talking about useless evidence. Put a little more thought into what you show me, Phoenix Wright. Still as stuck up as ever. Nope, nothing about the radio. The camera. Nope, okay. The wine glass? Nope. Guitar case? Nope. Crime photo? No. That would be it, but... the magazine clipping. Alright, nothing. Alright, let's finally chat. Oh, we unlocked the missing suicide note. Dialogue, okay. I thought you, the prosecutor Miles Edgeworth, had gone and died.
Mr. Nick?
I never wanted to see you again. I think that's enough of a warm welcome for someone you haven't seen in a year. Are you going to run tomorrow's trial? You heard her, right? That wild mare hasn't given in yet, it seems. So, no, I don't think I'll be making an appearance. Your hatred for me is quite unhealthy, not to mention one-sided.
Gasp!
That may as well be an admission of love. But I will say one thing. You can't win on your own at the trial tomorrow. What is that supposed to mean? Is it because he's helping Franziska? Maybe. I have something definitive that you lack. And working together is a definition of teamwork. It's the power to find the truth. The truth? In order to understand this case, you have to understand a certain truth. Well, if you ever feel the need for my assistance, it is available to you. Ah. I'm not in charge of this case, so I can be a bit more generous with information. Just what is going on inside his head? A lot of things may have happened, however Manfred von Karma was still my mentor. And a perfect win record is proof of von Karma. 1 year ago, you could not establish guilt in a few cases. Are those losses the reason you suddenly disappeared from the prosecutor's office? Did you leave because you had lost your perfect win record? To think your motivation for prosecuting trials was so selfish. It would have been better for everyone if you never came back from the dead, Edgeworth. Wow, that's cruel. I see. Then let me ask you something. Why do you stand in the courtroom? What is your reason? Why stand in court? Well, with Franziska, she almost always says, I will defeat you this time, the instant she sees me. But the courtroom is not a personal battlefield for prosecutors and lawyers. I stand in the courtroom to defend my client, to save their lives. To save your client, you say? Those who think only of their own ego-driven goals, those kind of prosecutors are reprehensible to me. Even if you're a prodigy, or someone like you, Edgeworth. It looks like there is still a lot you have yet to learn. A lot I have yet to learn. Me? Well, that's enough for now. The time when you will see is coming soon enough. Alright then. Missing suicide note. Miss Impact's death was most certainly a suicide. Of that, there is no mistake. However, we could not find her suicide note. That's when the police began to suspect that someone had hidden it. Suicide note? But how do you know Miss Impacts had even written such a note? There is no solid evidence. However, we did find traces of ink on her right index finger, which makes the likelihood of a suicide note very high. But who would hide such a thing? It's either Adrian or Juan. The police think it was Mr. Juan Corda himself. Yeah. The victim. That's a flash we saw. Oh boy, okay. He was the one who found her body, which makes him the only person who had had chance to hide her suicide note. Well, if Juan was implicated as being a reason why Miss Impacts took her own life, then he would have reason to hide the note, yes. Mr. Corda hid his own manager's suicide note? But why? As long as her note is missing, any speculation beyond this is meaningless. For now, I think you should look this over. This is the suicide report. Part 1, anyway. Part 1? Okay. Uh-huh. Can I ask you about that? I don't like to look through reports. I like suicide reports even less. Worst of all are the reports that have multiple parts like that one. That has 2. 2 parts. What you just handed me is the first part of the report. Here is the second part. The second part of the report is about an attempted suicide. The attempter's name, it's Adrian Andrews. Miss Andrews? What did she do? She tried to kill herself. She doesn't seem like the kind of person to try to kill herself, though. You think she's a strong career woman? That's just what she wants you to think. Adrian Andrews, she has a certain secret she's always trying to hide. A secret? Her dependent nature. That's what she's really like on the inside. Okay, and here I was thinking Matt Ongard was the only mama's boy, but if Adrian felt such a level of attachment to her mentor, then to have that ripped away, oh my. Miss Andrews, dependent? Talk about the exact opposite of what that woman is. Dependent nature, tell me about that. What's this about Miss Andrews having a dependent nature? Adrian Andrews' attempt at suicide was a few days after the death of Celeste Impacts. And why did Adrian Andrews think about committing suicide? Because she had apparently lost her will to live. Lost her will? But why would she... Her pillar of strength, her mentor, Celeste Impax, was gone forever. That's why. Why would that... Is this what they call following someone to the grave? After her attempted suicide, Adrian Andrews started attending counseling sessions. She is someone who needs a person in whom she can trust absolutely. Once she finds that person, she'll do anything she can to keep them near. Without such an anchor in her life, her crippling anxiety stifles her ability to live. And that's the nature of her dependency on others? When Celeste Impax suddenly committed suicide, the world before her turned pitch dark. That's according to Adrian Andrews herself. Then, that means her super confident attitude... It's all a facade. She's only copying her mentor's behavior to hold herself together. How terrible. Oh, boy. Can I ask you about part 2? Appearances can be deceiving. It's such a cliché saying, but it's cliché because it's true. Miss Andrews, to think that behind that unwavering brave front, she's been hiding this weakness and fear. Alright, do I have anything more to say to you about Celeste? This woman is another key to solving this case. Do you really think so? She was Adrian Andrews' mentor a long time ago. But she was suddenly called away by a different show and became Juan Corda's manager. And then, a few months later, Celeste Impax died. But her death was ruled a suicide, right? Oh, wait. I read this already. Adrian Andrews. Secret. Oh. Right, well. This feels a bit awkward, but I think we're done with Edgeworth. Wow. Okay. I really can't say I expected Edgeworth to show up right then and there. I thought maybe he would make a dramatic appearance in court, but no, Well, so long, Edgeworth. Oh my god, okay, wow, we just got told a lot, and I mean a lot. Whew, okay, let's see if Matt Ongard has anything to say. Do you know that Adrian attempted suicide? Okay, no. Think about this new evidence. Alright, well, I think it's time to go confront Samus Aran with all our evidence. Pearls, while we're here, what do you think about Edgeworth? Oh. Nothing there, okay. Oldbeg, do you have anything to say about the suicide reports? Not the first, And not the second, okay. Will Powers, do you have anything to say about Celeste? No, not about Celeste. How about the suicide reports? Alright, I don't think Lotta would have anything, but... Alright. Let's give this another shot with Samus.
Oh, Miss Andrews is here. It looks like she's talking with someone.
That's Franziska von Karma.
Miss von Karma?
What are you doing here? Well, you see, I'm his lawyer, so...
You've got some nerve following me around?
Following you?
That's you, Miss von Karma. You're the one doing the following.
Pearls.
You're always following after that Mr. Detective with the little beard.
Me?
Following after Scruffy. Don't make me laugh.
Let me show you something interesting, little girl. Oh, it's a radar. Is she tracking Gumshoe's every move?
Well, what is that? An electromagnetic receiver. I planted a tracking device on that detective. And with this, I know that fool's every move.
So that noise we heard was his receiver. I feel really sorry for poor Detective Gumshoe now.
Now then, let's stop wasting time. Adrian Andrews. Yes? Think hard about what we just discussed. Understood? All right.
What were these two talking about?
Miss Andrews, she seems a little dazed, doesn't she?
Huh. Well, that's not good. I was hoping we could get to her before Franziska poisoned her mind, but... Alright, let's do it. Let's give a shot at breaking down her Cyclops.
Take that!
Motive for murder. Why was Juan Corda murdered? If you ask me, I think you know the reason he was killed. Why are you hiding things? Don't you realize you're putting Mr. Ungard's life in danger by your actions?
Why do you ask questions for which I have no answers? The truth is, I was not that close to Mr. Corda.
You were not that close.
That's right. I've never been good at being intimate with another person.
You are not good at being intimate with another person? Somehow I doubt that. There was an extensive tabloid article about you having relations with this man.
Take that!
You and Mr. Corda had an intimate relationship, did you not?
A silly third-rate tabloid article. If you even had half your wits about you, you wouldn't believe such rubbish.
Well, it seems quite a few people have already bought into this story.
Humph. As to be expected in a world filled with crooks and liars.
Note to self, stay on our good side.
In any case, I despise interpersonal relationships like that.
I see. However, what if there was a need for you to get close to someone?
Me? Need to get close to Mr. Corda? As if there was ever such a need.
Didn't you get close to Mr. Corda for this person's sake? Yeah, she did it at Matt Onguard's behest, right? Yeah, I think I remember hearing that Matt told told Adrian to get close to Corda. I recall that.
Take that!
Oh. For your own sake, I think? Is that what it wants to say? You got close to Mr. Corda for your own sake.
Take that!
No. Well, at least once I succeed, I'll get healed up. Oh yeah, okay. I see how it works. Celeste Impacts, your mentor. How do you know about Celeste? Miss Impacts, she committed suicide, didn't she? But it looks like no one knows why. Right before her death, she was Juan Corda's manager. So, I believe you got close to Mr. Corda so you could find out more about her suicide. You have a great imagination. You may have a future yet as a slimy muckraker for a putrid third-rate tabloid. Ooh. Miss Andrews? There was no mystery surrounding her death. None. It would be pointless for me to force myself into a relationship for nothing. Is that really true? Was there really no mystery at all? I don't believe you were completely at ease with the way her suicide was resolved. Yeah, no. You attempted suicide because of it.
Take that!
What? What? Was her suicide note hidden?
Take that!
God damn it. I really need to slow down! Miss Impact's suicide note was never found, was it? It looks like the police were under the suspicion that someone had hidden it. Like maybe the person who discovered her body, Mr. Corda. What? Juan? And, Miss Andrews, I believe you thought the same thing. That is why you became intimate with Mr. Corda. I've sat by quietly and listened to your insulting ramblings long enough. It's true that Celeste was my mentor, however, allow me to say this again. It had nothing to do with me. I didn't even know that her suicide note was never found. I'm a person who doesn't care about what goes on in the lives of others. That's the impression you like to give, however, I don't think that's what you really are. What? I have evidence that says otherwise. This is proof that Celeste Impact was someone very special to you. Okay, this is the one. You attempted suicide because of her suicide.
Take that!
Miss Andrews, you nearly went through with it too, didn't you? Went through with what? Ending your life. Miss Andrews, you look and act like a very strong woman who has it all together. You don't ask for anyone's help, relying only on yourself. Yes, been very independent ever since I can remember. However, that is all just a lie, a facade. You've always searched out people on whom you can depend on.
That's...
You were dependent on Miss Impax, weren't you? Which is why, when she passed away, you lost everything you had.
Stop! When Celeste passed away so suddenly like that, I died a death of my own. But no matter how hard I tried, I couldn't stop thinking about what had become of her note.
You must have heard about the police report. The one that said the police suspected Mr. Corda of hiding Miss Impact's note. You heard about it, and thought to recover it from him by getting close, am I right? If that's the case, then everything changes.
What do you mean?
What topic did we start this conversation on again?
It was why was the victim killed?
Exactly. Somehow, Miss Andrews, it seems that you have become the one with a reason to want Mr. Corda dead.
Me?
Miss Impax was everything to you. And then she died. And you would do anything to find out why she killed herself. Even commit murder.
Murder?
Not a full heal, so we'll have to be very careful in court. All right, Samus Aran, spill the beans!
It's true. I am a woman who can only live in insecurity. I'm physically small, and I don't really have a lot of self-confidence. I've pushed against all that, though. I've tried to live strongly. I never wanted anyone to find out the truth. Miss Andrews. This one thing, it's the one thing I wanted to take with me to the grave. It was my secret, mine and mine alone.
I'm sorry.
You probably think I'm a worthless human being right now, don't you?
Please, Miss Andrews, all I want to know is the truth.
After Celeste passed away, I heard that someone had hidden her suicide note. That someone was Juan Corrida. Celeste, without her, I became scared. Everyone seemed like they were out to get me.
So you got close to Mr. Corrida to recover her suicide note, correct?
Looks like that tabloid reported the truth after all. Ironic, isn't it?
Well, like they say, where there's smoke, there's fire.
And if they purposely add fuel to the fire, they keep the celebrity world burning. But as for the suicide note, I didn't and wouldn't kill anyone for it. It just doesn't suit me, that's all. Well, that's enough for now. I still have work to do, so...
I understand.
Oh, I have one small favor to ask. My attempted suicide, I'd like for you to keep it a secret. Miss Andrews, if people found out about my weakness, I would sooner choose to die than live.
All right, I understand. We'll keep it secret. Miss Andrews, I guess she's the overthinking type. She probably never says anything without carefully thinking it through first.
Thank you for your discretion. Mr. Nick, Can I ask you something? Why have you let me listen to such mature subjects? I am now mentally scarred for life, and it is all your fault.
No, that's not actually what she said. What is it?
Miss Andrews has been playing with that card in her hand since a little while back.
That card? Yeah, I guess she has. Miss Andrews, what is that card you're holding?
Huh? Oh, this? I don't quite know. It just suddenly appeared in my handbag.
What is it? It looks like a seashell?
That's what it looks like, doesn't it? I honestly don't remember owning this card. I wonder where I picked it up from.
Okay, that smells like a D killer's handiwork. Her not remembering something clearly sounds like it would be a rare occurrence.
Well, I must be off. I leave Mr. Onguard in your capable hands.
Okay. What does Pearl want to say to us? Well, I think we've gathered about all we can.
What about Mystic Maya? Is she alright?
Oh, Pearls, she looks so worn out by all this. She hasn't slept at all and has been walking all over the place with me today.
What's wrong, Mr. Nick?
Let's go back to the office for a little while. You're really tired, right?
Oh, no. I'm okay, really. I'm fine, I really am.
You don't look fine to me. Alright, well, back to the office it is. Nothing with, powers or old bags, so... Yep, here we are in the office.
So, what now?
Well, we did find one thing out for sure. Miss Andrews has a motive.
You mean Miss Impact's a suicide note?
That's right. She was also the one to discover the victim's body. Clever. Oh, hello.
Mr. Nick, the transceiver.
Okay.
Hello, Wright & Co. Law offices.
Mr. Attorney, you're not answering the phone.
Maya, where's Maya?
As I promised, I have not gone within a few feet of her this whole time.
Phew.
Which is why, I suppose, she is absolutely vanished.
What?
So I suggest you win a quick acquittal, my friend. At any cost. When you agree.
Wait, Maya, let me hear her.
Very well.
Ask my... Maya, is that you? Sis. Ask my sis. Maya, damn it. He cut me off. Mystic Maya said, ask my sis, didn't she?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sis, what does she mean by that? Come on, Phoenix. You're a hopeless one. Hey, she's here. Oh, God. God, how creepy this is. Jesus. Ugh.
Mia! I have a message from Maya, so come, ask me anything you want about her.
Oh, okay. Well, now. You know, I could just squeeze a little bit more time to ask Mia about what's going on, but I think that would be better left for next time. So, wow, dude, that got dark. Seriously. Like, I know murder is pretty grim business, but for some reason, suicide just feels like it's on a whole nother level, you know? In terms of what can be presented in video games, like, murder happens all the time. There's games where you go on murder sprees like crazy. But suicide is always very rare and typically delicately handled. Yeah, wow, okay, so between Celeste, Juan, Adrian, and Matt, and yes, even Matt, I feel like there is a very, very sinister web of conspiracy and blackmail. I feel like this set of relationships between them is extremely cruel on a level we haven't even begun to tap into. Well, okay. Man, so not only do we have the cool factor of having a bunch of fan favorites in the past in this case, but we also have the whole interesting setup of Maya being kidnapped and being held ransom by some mysterious person. We also have this electric dynamic with Edgeworth entering the scene, and a very emotionally charged situation with the core cast of the people involved immediately with the murder victim. Wow, we haven't even truly begun this case, and it's already on a whole nother level to the three that came before it in this game. This case is on a whole nother level. This is great. I am in love. So, yes. Next time, ladies and gentlemen, we'll begin court with my lowered health. I'm sure we'll do fine. So, I've been Zephyr the Jester. This has been Phoenix Wright, Justice for All. I thank you for watching, and hopefully I will catch you next time. So until then, please take care.